In this lesson, we will understand what are loops in C language. We will see the types with examples. Let us start. Loops are fundamental constructs in C that allow you to execute a block of code repeatedly. So if you want to repeat a part of the program, instead of repeating it again and again, use a loop. So repeat a part of the program until a condition is satisfied is what you can call a loop. Here are the types of loops in C language: while, do while, and for loop. Let us understand them one by one with examples. The first one is while loop. The while loop executes a block of code as long as a specified condition is true. For example, marks of students with more than 75 in maths. Okay, that is if this condition is true, the statements will get executed. So here is the syntax of the while loop. You need to check a condition. If it is true, then multiple statements gets executed. Within that, you can also increment the loop counter. So the loop counter is like a plus plus, I plus plus. That is, I told in the operators lesson, I plus plus is equal to I plus 1, a plus plus is equal to a plus 1. Okay, so in this way, your variable will have a counter that will increment while the condition is still true. So when we will see the example, the things will be more clear. Here is an example with a flowchart. So let's say you created a variable I and initialized it to 0. Okay, then the condition will be checked in the while loop. So let's say the condition is I less than 5. Since our value of I is 0, the condition is true, that is yes. Therefore, using the printf, we will print the current value of I, and after that the loop counter is visible, I plus plus. So I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, then the value of I will increment. It was 0 initially. After the first printf, it will be 1. Now the loop will again check, is I less than 5? Yes, I is 1 right now. 1 is less than 5. It will go inside again and it will print 1. Then it will use I plus plus, that is value 2. Again it will go above in while and check, is 2 less than 5? Yes. So in this way it will go inside again and this will print until the value of I is less than 5. Let's say now the value of I is 5 after all the increments. It won't get executed because the condition is I less than 5. Now let us see an example on VS Code to understand it. Here is a VS Code. We created Amit project and added all our codes. Let us create a new file. Right click, new file, demo21.c. I'll add a comment as well as the header file and the main function. While loop in C. Okay, now let us run our code. Let's say the value of I is 0. We have initialized an integer variable I to 0. Now we will use the while and within that we will add the statement. Let's say the condition is I less than 5. Okay, and it will print the value of I also one by one. I is equal to %d. I hope you remember we use %d as a format specifier for integer, and I'll add a slash n also. So it will print the value of I and after that it will increment. So I hope you remember this operator. This means I is equal to I plus 1. Okay, now when I'll run it, what will happen? First the value of I is 0. It will check, is 0 less than 5? Yes. So it will go inside here and it will print the value of I is equal to 0. After printing, it will increment it and the incremented value will go under I only because it is I plus plus. I is equal to I plus 1. So now the value of I is 1. It will again check, is I less than 5? Is 1 less than 5? Yes. So it will again print 1 and again increment it. Now the value of I will be 2 and it will check again, is 2 less than 5, and the process will repeat. Till when it will repeat? Till the value of I is less than 5. So right click and run code. Let's see the output. So I told you it will one by one print. First it printed I is equal to 0, then incremented, then 1, then incremented again 2, 3, 4. When it was 4 here, it incremented and the value is 5 now. It will go here again. Is 5 less than 5? No. So it won't go inside and won't print it. That's it. This is how looping works in C language. Okay. So guys, we saw the while loop that executes the statement if the condition is true. Now let us see the do while loop in C language. It is similar to while, but it has some differences also. The do while executes the statement first and then the condition is tested. Here is the syntax. Above you can see do instead of while. Remember while loop? So it will go inside and print the statement without even checking the condition. Okay. Then it will increment and then the condition will be checked. If the condition will be true, it will again print the statement and increment the loop, else it will exit. That means in do while, the statement is executed first and then the condition is tested. You can see the condition in the bottom instead of in the top if you'll compare it with the while loop. So let us see an example. Here is an example with the flowchart. So we initialized a variable, let's say I is equal to 0. After that comes your do while loop. There is no condition initially, it will print the value of I 0. After that it will increment and add the same I value after incrementing to I only, because I plus plus is equal to I is equal to I plus 1. I told it in the operators lesson. Now we have the value of I as 1 and the condition will be checked. Is I less than 5? Yes. It will again print I and again increment it till the value of I is less than 5. Okay, so let us see an example on VS Code. Let us create a new file. Right click, new file, demo22.c. This is do while loop in C. I'll add the header file and the main function. Let us take a variable I and initialize it to 0. Now take the do while loop and I told you it will first execute the statement. So let us print the value of I. %d is a format specifier and print the value of I and then increment. And I told you this is equivalent to I is equal to I plus 1. And now the while loop. I is less than 5. Okay. And a semicolon. Let us print it. File, save. Now what will happen? Currently the value of I is 0. So first it will go inside here because there is no condition here, right? It will print the value of I is equal to 0. Then it will increment it and add it to I only. So now the value of I will be 1. Is 1 less than 5? Yes. So it will again repeat and print the value of I as 1. Then it will increment I to I is equal to I plus 1. That is, now the value of I will be 1 plus 1, 2. It will check is 2 less than 5. Yes. It will again go and print. Similarly, it will print. Right click, run code. Here it is. It printed the value of I 0 because it will directly print it without reaching here first. That's why it printed 0. And after that, by incrementing, it will go till 4. When the value of 5 will be here, then is 5 less than 5? No. So it won't go ahead. That's it. It will print the value of I like this. Now let us see the for loop in C language. The for loop is typically used when you know in advance how many times you want to execute a statement or a block of statements. Here is the syntax. Under for, you need to initialize the loop. Then you need to test the loop with the condition, and after that you need to increment the loop. When the condition will get satisfied, the statement inside it will get executed. Let us see an example. Here is an example with a flowchart. So in the for, first we initialize the variable I with 0. Then a condition is set for the variable for testing. And if this gets satisfied, the statement will get implemented. The same is implemented in the flowchart. We have initialized the value of I as 0. Then the condition is checked that is I less than 5. If it is yes, then the body will get executed and the value of I will print. Also, I will get increment with I++. Now let us see an example on VS Code. Here is our VS Code. Let us create a new file. Right click, new file, demo23.c. Let us write a comment. Now header file with the main function. We will take a variable, let's say I. Now use for loop. Initialize the value of I is equal to 0. We could have also written int I here, okay, and removed the above one. But let us keep it like this. I is equal to 0. Then what will happen? Semicolon, condition I is less than 5. Then the increment, okay. And if this satisfies, it will print the value of I. I is equal to %d is a format specifier, and let's add /n also because it will repeatedly print and the value of I. Let us return, save. Now the value of I is 0. Is it less than 5? Yes, so it will print it and it will go on. Right click, run. Now what happened? It printed the value of I here 0. Then again it went here and tested the value of I and printed it. This will happen till the value of I is 4. When the value of I will be 5, it will get checked here. 5 is less than 5. No, so it won't go inside this. It won't go here, and that will be the end of the program. So in this way, I iterated 5 times with for loop. So guys, we saw what is a for loop in C with examples. In this lesson, we saw what are loops in C language, what are the types of loops with examples. Thank you for watching the video.